Hey everyone, my name is James, and welcome back to Chippy's Couch. So we're back for another day of Terraria Masochist Mode. So in today's episode, I decided we're going to change up the pace a little bit. Recently, we've been focused heavily on killing like a whole bunch of bosses, you know, trial and error, but that's been the sole focus. So I decided in today's episode, I want to do something a little bit more relaxing and focus on something else. So I decided I was going to theme today's episode all around the dungeon. And then I spent a couple of minutes in the dungeon, and I realized that all of the sounds of the bones being thrown around kind of does my head in a little bit. I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit irritating. But I thought, you know what, let's have a little bit of dungeon exploring. So a lot of this comes from some feedback I got from you guys, because in the comment section, we seem to have all of these little subcultures, right? Have you heard of a subculture before? You got your mods, you got your rockers, right? That's not here on Chippy's Couch. But you've got the boomstick boys. You know what I'm talking about? Boomstick boys. That's the people that love the boomstick, right? And then you've got the other camp, which is, James, you've been using a boomstick for 10 days. Change. And I've gone over to the dark side, boys. I'm part of that camp. So I thought in today's episode, we could try use some different weapons. So why did I open with the boomstick? I don't know. No, so we're collecting bones because I really wanted to try the bone glove. As I was saying yesterday, I remember in the throwing series, I was using it and I was like, this is really good. Like, I always hated it in vanilla for some reason. But I found this, like, deep appreciation. So I thought it'd be cool to make, like, a Necro set today and to try the bone glove out properly. But you can't really do that unless you've got a whole bunch of bones. You know how we're getting bones? We're using Skelly Boy hands, and we're using our Brain of Cthulhu summon, which we didn't get to see yesterday. So we're getting to check that out today, which is kind of cool. Alright, so what have I been up to today? I always like chatting about my day. It's like the best thing. So, my day was good. I decided it was time to like finish up all the Christmas shopping. I've got a really large family. God, this is the noise. It's all of these bony boys down here. They're so annoying. Guys, can you chill? Can you please relax? So I ended up, Court left work early today, and I ended up picking her up from work. And then we went to like a big shopping centre, and it was nice and chill. We grabbed some food. I got some Christmas shopping done. It was a really nice time. And it was making me laugh because I kept dragging her in all of these watch shops because of something that we referenced a really long time ago. So I don't know if all of you would have been around for this period or this episode, right? It was a pretty popular episode if I remember right, but, you know, the channel's blowing up at the minute, and there's so many new people, so hey, you may have been a lurker before. But basically, I was telling the story of how I just discovered this weird watch. It was a Rolex, which is a watch brand that I really like, but it was a Domino's Rolex, as in Domino's Pizza. And it had this, like, Domino's logo on it. And it was just the most weirdest thing going, right? It just didn't look right. It was, like, 100 years of history and a Domino's logo. And it was goofy, but I kind of loved it. And we ended up having a Domino's former employee jump in and explain the process of getting it. And it was just a blast, right? But I keep going to secondhand watch shops to find one. Because I'm dying to see one in real life. I like pictures. I don't know if they do it justice. I want to see the Domino's Rolex in person. So I went in like 10 Rolex shops. And I like scooted past all of the ones that are multiple thousands of pounds. Trying to find me a Domino's Rolex. And unfortunately, I never found one. And I was meant to say this the other day, but I looked a lot in New York. New York has a million watch shops. So much, in fact, I remember I was walking down like a strip or an Ave, and this guy was like, hey, mate, he was wearing a hoodie. He's like, oh, you like watches? You like watches, mate? Oh, you need to come to this shop right here on this street. Boy, we got watches. I'm like, you got the Domino's Rolex? And he's like, Rolex. Yeah. We got Rolex. Here, mate, take my card. I don't know why I made him sound like a London chav, but he kind of did. He kind of did. Safe to say I didn't go check out the watch shop. Maybe that was where the sacred Domino's Rolex was. But I've been obsessed with it. I want to see it. I want to see how mad it looks in real life. This is a weird tangent for a Terraria video. It was weird then, kind of still weird now. So I did actually want this. I really wanted the shadow key. And that is because I want to check out my shadow chests in this world. Because I haven't seemed to have had... Is that a water bolt? Did I just get a water bolt from a random enemy? Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm guessing that is because of, like, a Fargo change. Like, oh, you don't want to farm? Don't worry, fam. I got you covered. And just like that, boys, we back to the water bolt. Water bolt gang for life. Am I right? Okay, right. So we got enough bones to use this now, so we can actually check this out. So is it as good? You can't hold it. You have to click it. I do feel like it's better than I remembered just initially from vanilla. And I think it's because it bounces. I think that's what's so cool about it. Like, I feel pretty powerful with my skeleton hands, my Brain of Cthulhu combo. I feel pretty good. This is kind of nice. So the noise of the dungeon was just getting a bit too much. It was kind of like having a weird bony version of tinnitus. We just hear like a weird noise. Kind of like that, but it was just like a whole bunch of bony boys throwing things around. And I'm over it. So I'm back home and I want to make some Necro armor. But one of the things I was meant to say before I kind of got like sidetracked with the water bolt is that I want to use my shadow key to look in shadow chests because my world doesn't really seem to have an alchemist NPC move in. And I think it's because I haven't had enough rooms. Like, for example, the builder guy, that's obviously a mod. This is a modded NPC. This is a modded NPC. So I want to look in them to see if I can get an Inferno potion so that I can have that ring of fire around me. Because Wall of Flesh is going to be really hard. I saw from a few of you in the comments, you were like, all right, James, before you go into it, make a really long track and just prepare for the endurance fight. So I'm kind of excited for that, but I do want to make sure that I've got everything at my disposal so that I can use that. Now, I was going to make the Necro armor. That's what I went into today's episode thinking about, but I actually don't really want to make it now because I just remembered... Oh, okay. So I just remembered that we need the armor set for the Brain of Cthulhu, but I could have got a summoning device in the dungeon that would have allowed me to have it. So, don't have a big brain like this quite clearly. Mine's all over the place. But let's try it out real quick. So, we've currently got 31 defense. We now have 34. And the set bonuses, a 20% chance to not consume. This isn't even throwing. I'm a moron. I'm an absolute goonie boy. Wow. I'm so bad sometimes. I really thought that was a throwing armor set. It's the desert that's the throwing armor set, isn't it? Right. Well, anyway, we can probably turn this into something anyway. Yeah, an enchantment. All right, that's cool. I really like that requires a crystal ball. Oh. Okay, well, that's clearly hard mode. All right. My God, I'm terrible today. I don't know what I'm doing. Do we get the desert set? I think no. I do think no. I think we should go check out Hell and have a little bit of fun in Hell. I've got my obsidian shield so that, you know, I can now, like, go in there without burning the flesh off of myself. And do I have any water walking potions? Because if I have some of those, I can dip down. We can have a little bit of a chat. It's going to be amazing. All right, let me grab a few of these. So I don't think I need to grab too much molten unless I'm going for a molten set. I saw that there was a lot of recommendations for the Phoenix Blaster, the minigun upgrade, sorry, the handgun upgrade, but I don't usually make that, and I don't know if I want it. And it's so funny because here I am using a boomstick and often a water bolt, right, instead of something a little bit more like balanced, but I'm still like, nah, Phoenix Blaster OP. That's bad, right? It's a weird parallel. Makes no sense. Even as I'm saying it, I'm like, James, are you sure about that one? You really want to start hating on the Phoenix Blaster? Are you sure about that? I don't know. I don't know if I want to double down on that. So I was loving yesterday that in the comment section, a new subculture appeared for the very first time. And I think it might be one of my favorites. and it's the Wikipedia gang, the Wiki Gang, as you kept referring to yourself. And it wasn't just one person; it was multiple people that were like, "Yeah, I'm part of the Wikipedia gang." I love it. I think it's because I asked you guys how you got such a big brain yesterday, and it's the Wiki. It's the Wiki Gang. I did say, I was like, is it from other Terraria YouTubers? Is it from like reading the forums or something? It's the Wiki Gang, which is kind of cool. It's good to know, right? Where that knowledge comes from. You guys are going to be fantastic when 1.4 comes out, because I know when this big update comes out, the Wikipedia is going to be a nightmare. As it always is when an update comes out, because people don't know the numbers, people don't know the metrics. It takes a little while to get it all into place, for people to go, all right, well that means this, and it has this much damage, and it's a reference to this. It takes time to settle in, but I know with a legion of Wiki Gang people following me to the end, we're going to be the first people to crack the code on like what's good and what's not. We're going to do it together. It's going to be a triumph. I am really looking forward to 1.4 at this point. And it's funny because before it got delayed, I was like, yeah, I can wait. You know, I'm a pretty patient guy. I do feel like I'm a patient guy. But I'm like, it's been a while since I've seen it. You know, because obviously I got to do a little bit of work on the trailer. It's been many a month since then. I'm like, what's it like? What's changed? What's different? So am I still burning inside of here? Or is it... No, okay, I'm chill. For a second I was burning, but I think it was like a debuff from... Just a debuff, right? There's a million debuffs in Masochist Mode. So yeah, we're doing this. We're going to go and look for some shadow chests. I legitimately never do this. It's never on camera. It's never something I do. But I think it is nice to mix things up and do things a little bit differently. So let's see what we got inside. Okay, so we got a Dark Lance and we got some Grav Potions. That's kind of cool. Did the Dark Lance end up being a material? It did. So what do you turn into then? The Molten Enchantment. Oh, wow. So this is something that you can make now. Oh, that gives us a great reason to make the Phoenix Blaster. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is cool. I didn't know this was going to be an enchantment. Now it gives us like a legitimate reason to go around and farm. Oh, there's a Guide Voodoo doll. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'm going to take these because I'm going to turn them into the storage chests when we set up the magical storage mod. So let me go and grab this. Obsidian skin as well. Nice. This is kind of nice. It is cool to come here and farm. So I want to give a big shout out. I'm going to give two big shout outs actually. But one I can't necessarily name just yet. So the first shout out I'm going to give is to Stardew Valley, Eric Barone, right? So you may know that I'm a big Stardew Valley fan, and I've been waiting for Stardew Valley 1.4. Well, it ended up coming out, and I never got the chance to play it. I was going to play it when I was in New York, but I ended up just like doing a million other things, so I didn't get the chance to play it. So I thought, I've kind of missed that window now. I'd rather wait for the Switch edition. And then out of nowhere, completely unannounced, there was no release date, there was no hype for it. He was just like, alright everyone, just to let you know, the update is now available on Switch, PlayStation 4, and it'll be available on Xbox in a couple of hours. And I messaged Senex, because Senex is a big Stardew Valley fan now as well, right? I think all my talking about it might have converted her, maybe. And she was buzzed, and I was buzzed, and it was just a great moment. And it makes me think that one day Terraria might do that. I wouldn't put it past them to just be like, hey everyone, check Steam, the final update's there. But then again, from a marketing standpoint, you kind of want to hype it up. You want to get people talking about it before it comes out. You want to get people to prepare, you know? You want to be like the kind of Twitter account that's like, hey, you want to take a day off work? We've written your sick note. You know what I mean by that? Like, you make a big event of it, and it's more likely that people will check it out. I actually, I thought I was let me go in. I thought I could survive lava. I tell you, while I'm here and while I've got my obsidian potion, I may as well grab this. So it's so funny because in the past, I have actually skived for Terraria updates. I remember when I was God, I would have been 14. When I was 14, Terraria 1.1 came out. It was December 1st, I'm pretty sure. And I, like, faked being ill so I could sit in and play it. And it was amazing. And I remember my friend at the time, just like an online friend. You get those online friends. So you chat on Skype. You play games. It's the best. I haven't checked in a while. I hope he's doing fine. Anyway. He took the day off too. And I remember we just played it all day. And it was the best. And then for 1.2, I was going to take the day off college. And I never had a good track record at college for taking off days. I took off a lot of days. I need to be like looking out for this painting. What's it called? Demon's Eye. I wish I was streaming this so you guys could point it out. But I remember I was going to take the day off, and then out of nowhere, completely unexpected, there was a teacher's strike. So it was like, all right, everyone, you don't have to come into to college today. And I was like, this is the best. And then for 1.3, it landed on a weekend, I'm pretty sure. So I didn't have that enjoyment. This is a pretty long tangent, actually. Have you guys ever got excited for a release date? Because I know I have. I know that, like, there's been times in my life where I've fully gotten into it. I remember when I was, like, a teenager, the Call of Duty release days were always, like, a pretty big event, you know? I remember Black Ops in particular. Oh, my God. Are you serious right now? Are we really going to do this right now? Where even are you? Oh, my God. What is that? Jesus. What are you? What is that? What even is that? We're supposed to beat that. That's not a boss. That isn't a boss. That was a blue line. Are you joking, Masochist Mode? What are you doing? What is that? What is that? Wow. Wow. Masochist Mode has no chill. It has no chill. Are you for real? That's what we have to beat. That is dumb. But dumb in a good way. I'm kind of nervous for tomorrow now. I was all excited. I was like, yeah, we're going to have a chill episode today. We're going to catch up with the boys. Now I'm legitimately nervous. How did that even happen? Like, I'm guessing the Skeletron must have, like, knocked it out of whack. But, oh my God. You crazy. Let's make some obsidian stuff real quick. Because, sorry, some hellstone bars. I want to see how many we got. Because we're going to need a full hellstone set. And then we're going to need the gun. And I think the rest is stuff that you find in chests. So, okay, well, that's not enough. But we'll start, like, slowly crafting away at it. This might be something that I farm at, you know, just, like, while you guys are away. You know, tomorrow. Okay, well, let's have a little look. Because here we are. So, we have the Sun Fury. We have the Dark Lance. We need the Demon's Eye. Which I don't know if it's sold by a painter or not. I assume that it's probably not. I assume that you probably find it. And then the Phoenix Blaster is 10 bars. So I think I might do that today. Because I think it'd be fun. So I'm going to go for a little bit, because it's going to require... I'm going to need a trip to the dungeon, and I'm also going to need a trip back to hell. So I'll, like, cut it in if I've got anything, like, cool to say. But I don't want to waste your time, because you guys have seen me farm quite a bit today. Did I save my my golden keys? Because I know I had a few keys. Okay, I got 3 keys. Cool. Alright, chill. Alright, so checking in. I went to hell, and I got the Demon's Eye. It was literally the painting in the very first house as you went down into hell, which I thought was pretty amusing, you know? Like, I didn't know it was a thing then, but it was, like, right under our nose. So, yeah, I've just got to get the handgun now, and then once I've got that, I should be good to go. Also grab some hellstone. Hellstone, once again, very easy to grab once you have Vein Miner. Hey, okay, cool. Got the gun. And I was just thinking about how I was going to go and open up the dungeon crates as well. Oh, man, this is good. It's cool to, like, just be like, all right, there's a new enchantment. Let's just make it. Even though I don't even know what it does. I'm just, like, committed to finding out. That's what's fun about playing a new mod that you don't know anything about. It's that moment of discovery. It's what sucked me in with Calamity almost 3 years ago, which is kind of crazy, isn't it? I got an email from YouTube the other day that was like, hey, just so you know, your channel is now a couple of years old. Like, it had an anniversary. But it's because I obviously secured the name Chippy's Couch before it became the channel Chippy's Couch, because I had the name first and the concept for the channel second. I was like, right, that's a dead good name. Make that a thing. So I did. But I think that was cool. But yeah, it's coming up to the 3-year anniversary of the actual channel, which is so funny. If you don't know how this all started, because I've never really spoke about it too much, and a lot's changed since then. But let me make the successory first. This is called the Molten Enchantment. They shall know the fury of hell. Nearby enemies are ignited. The closer they are to you, the more damage they take. When you die, you violently explode, dealing massive damage. That's kind of nice, but it's like, do I need that? Oh. Alright. What did I say I needed from Shadow Chest? I said I wanted the Ring of Fire, and I got it. So do they just burn, or do they have to be hit by the ring? That's what I'm curious about. Do you need to be hit by the ring? No. Okay, right. So before I end today's episode, quick chat about why I started Chippy's Couch. So basically, I was at this point in my life where everything was going really well. Chippy Gaming was doing better than it's ever done before. It was just after the Dungeon Defenders update, and the channel was doing really well because I managed to like put the pieces together before anybody else and spoke about the update, and it was getting really big, and I like froze. I panicked a little bit because I don't really like having a big community. As weird as that is, you know, because eventually this community will become big, hopefully. I'm different now, though. That's the thing. So I was like, I really just want to post on a small channel and just have fun, and nobody has to like really think about what I'm making because it's not a big channel. Do you get what I mean by that? It was a lot of pressure is what I'm saying. But I feel like I've got a really nice balance now. I feel like everything's worked out for the best. I really like what we have here. Yeah, it's really cool. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.